thought that I thought that Toronto played a strong game today. I thought that they had us pinned in our end a fair amount. I thought that they were more urgent on the puck overall. What I'm proud about from our group is that we had resilience in terms of finding a way once they turned the tides on us to be able to stick with it. It took a while, but the idea to just stay in the game, Garrett Sparks made a big play on a breakaway save, and then we found our way to tie it up and sort of settle it down.
And, I thought in the third period, you guys had some opportunities on the power play, but I just thought there might have been some issues with just connecting on some of the little details. And I was just wondering if you agree and if there's things that you might want to change or if you might want to see continue on the power play.
I think that in terms of, you're right about the execution, it wasn't there. I thought that they did a better job of pressuring us. And I felt like they raised the level and we had trouble matching it. Honestly, that there was moments, first 10 minutes of the second period, I thought that we were solid. They sort of pushed back and we found ourselves spending too much time on our end. As you mentioned, the power play had some trouble in terms of execution under pressure. We had moments where we settled it, but overall, I think it was just it was a game where we were put under some more stress, and I thought that it was a good challenge for us. I'm glad that we were able to meet it in the end, but it's definitely a learning game for us.
Thank you.
Go ahead and jump in, Darren. You're muted.
There's a quarter in the jar, another one. Kale, a nice high skill play by Glenn Godden on that tying goal, and what a finish, hey?
Yeah, Zach Leslie. He's all over it, as you guys can see. He's all over the game for us. He makes a lot of great plays. Excellent job using the defenseman as a screen, and then really nice shot. So a high level play by Kirkland, pass it through the legs to kick it out to Godden, and then good poise by Godden. So, that's exactly one of those things. We didn't play a great game, but you love to see a line like that stay with it and understand as pros that, that your job is to be ever present the entire time, because it might be one play at some point and it might be in the final 3 minutes of a 60-minute game that you can make the difference,
It's nice to be as a coach to have other options like that. Like nice goal by Petersen today. You get that one for the tying goal on a night where the guys we've been talking about nonstop for 2 weeks aren't on the score sheet, and you still have nice options. So that's got to feel good as a coach to have that depth. Eh?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We've got a good skill up front, and we've got guys that can make plays, and it's great to see Leo get on the board. And a beautiful shot there. And I think that the Phil Godden Kirkland line has been knocking on the door in different ways. And I think that they are a combination that can really do some damage. And so it's good to see them sort of get on the board in that respect.
Just one last quick one. Became a bit of a moot point, but what was the explanation you got just before the tying goal when it looked like it should have been a delay of game penalty behind the net there?
Mm-hmm. Should have been a delay game penalty. I think that the explanation wasn't, I don't want to say too much in terms of, I think there was a mistake made. Let's just leave it at that. And I appreciate the referee's candor and trying to make it right. I think we all make mistakes in the game.
Sure.
And the bottom line is I think they owned it. We moved on, and happily things worked out all right for us in the end.
Yeah, fair enough. Sorry. Good, thanks.
No problem.
Anything more for Kale?
Yeah. From my end, I just have a couple of personnel questions. So Giorgio Estefan gets into the game tonight in Mark Simpson's place. Was there any ulterior reasoning behind that, or just making a change just to switch things up?
A little bit of the idea that we're playing a couple games back to back. We have good players that aren't in our lineup right now, and it was an opportunity to put Giorgio in against his former team, maybe add some life to our mix. But it certainly is not an indictment on Mark Simpson. Mark Simpson has been playing well. And so it was a little bit of new blood and a little bit of a chance for us to see another player of a group of guys that have been working hard for us and, finding ways to get them in.
And then I noticed, I think it was during the second period, and I didn't notice to see if he came back, but I saw Alex Gallant left the game. I think he went down the hallway, and I just wasn't sure if you had an update on him.
No update as of yet. I haven't talked to the docs. I'd say day to day right now.
Okay. I guess the last thing that I would just like to add is I think we're talking to Colton Pullman here soon, and I was just wondering if you had just a take on what you've seen from his game through the first 7 games of the year as he's acclimated to your group.
Well, I think acclimatizing is a good way to put it, because he's coming into this level. Colton is a guy we know is like a steady defenseman, super high character person. Was a great captain at North Dakota and is revered in that role at North Dakota. And what we've seen from him is his steadiness over time here. It really grows on you, and you see, I think he's becoming more and more comfortable. He defends well, makes simple plays with the puck. And I think that that's sort of the evidence, Mike, that you're seeing over time, is that he's settling in, understanding the level and understanding what he can and can't do, and seems to be gaining ground in terms of just his steadiness. And it's kind of D-man he is. He's going to be reliable, good on the kill, and also a really high character guy. And he's coming into, growing into all those things.